Welcome to Dumo Plays. I am Dumo, and today we got Clash of Clans. We're going to go into our entrance series, and today we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about breaks. Now, as I said before, a break is when you have a chain of buildings and you create a gap in that chain. You break the chain, forcing a walk in either direction. Typically, what you're going to use this for is your queen walk, your hero walk, your bowler walk, your P.E.K.K.A. walk, anything of that sort, and any sort of walks that will come up in the future, because there will probably be more. If you create a second break in the direction that your troops are headed, that will actually create a funnel, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a separate video on funneling, because there's a little bit more to it than just that, and some more tricks you can do. The break required is going to depend on the troops that you're using. Basically, it's going to depend on whether or not they're ranged or melee troops. Ranged troops are going to need a break behind the wall as well, just so they don't follow the trail of buildings that are behind the wall down and around a corner and walk around in the wrong direction. Troops that aren't ranged, this is your melee troops, they don't need as deep a break, and it's a little bit easier, so your Valks are a lot easier to funnel than your bowlers can be. The troops you're going to typically be using when you're creating a break is, a lot of times you'll see one baby dragon, or a baby dragon with a wizard or two, a giant with a wizard, a Valkyrie. Sometimes archers or minions are good if you can get away with them. They're very cheap, very easy to use, and the problem is that they're slow. If your attack is very quick, it's not a big deal. You can get away with it, and then it does save more troops for the main attack. But it is always better to invest more and make sure you have the break properly than it is to try to cheap out and not achieve your break, and the whole attack can just go downhill from there. You can also create a break by using bowlers. They will actually create breaks and funnels on their own in the right situations. King will also create a break. It's actually very good for creating a break, and I believe it's very commonly used to create your break for Falcon attacks, which are pretty common right now at Town Hall 9, 10, and a little bit at 11. Lastly, we have a new troop in the game, the Electro Dragon, and it is expensive, but I think it's going to be very capable as a break troop, and we're going to have to take a little bit of a look into that. It hits multiple buildings at a time, it hits hard, but it's very slow. So we're going to have to see what it does and how far it goes. But if it does create the break, it creates a very interesting option as well, because now not only do you have a break, but you have a cleanup troop for the trash ring. It might be able to pull its weight pretty well on a break situation. Now, there's a couple ways we can practice breaks, because you're going to need a fair bit of practice doing this. Probably the most common way to practice is just farming with some sort of a walk. Just train up some healers, get some bowlers in the clan castle, or make your own if you can, or use your queen. Get some breaking troops, create a break, and walk into an army. If you're just farming for whatever, maybe you can walk into Valkyries or bowlers. If you are looking for Dark Elixir, it might be better to walk into giants and wizards, maybe even throw in a P.E.K.K.A. just for good measure. The other way, and the way that I actually like more, is to use friendly challenges. Friendly challenges are going to allow you to practice multiple breaks on the same base. So if you build maybe 4 to 6 healers, some bowlers, or get them in your clan castle, and have your queen, and then have some break troops, what you can do is cause a break and a walk on one corner of the base or one section of the base, then go to the opposite end and create another break and another walk scenario. And you don't really need more than 2 healers per walk on this, because you're not actually going for loot. You're not trying to smash the base. You're just trying to make sure that you understand where your troops are going to walk after the break, and make sure that you know how well you can break with as little troops as possible. It's all about being efficient. That's all for this video. In the next one, we're going to be talking more along the lines of funneling and wedging. These principles are going to stay the same, but there's going to be a little bit more to it, because we're going to talk specifically about funneling Valkyries, bowlers, and maybe even a little bit about dragons. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.